COD League this summer, and it looks like he kind of got the swing of his bat back, and he looks like he feels more comfortable in the batter's box this year. 3 hits on 4 at bats, and Garrett England, the former Papio Monarchs product, went yard today and had a home run for Nebraska. Good day all around for the Huskers. They knock off number 5 Vanderbilt in Minneapolis today, 5-3. Chance, do me a favor, put up a poll.
Okay.
At After Hours 1620 on Twitter, do you like watching sporting events in venues that are not typically housed there? That's a poor way of wording it.
Do you
know what I'm trying to say? Make it happen.
Do you like watching sporting events?
Do you like pina coladas
and getting caught in the rain?
Yeah.
How about, do you like watching sporting events in venues they were not built for?
Yes, there you go. Perfect. That was a perfect way to word it. I don't even, and you brought it up when the A's used to play at Candlestick. It's just a bad visual,
especially when it's a football field.
Yeah. It's speaking of which, Chance, I don't know if you heard about this. Do you know that the Arizona Cardinals have been charging their players to eat at their facility?
What?
Yeah, they are. You often wonder when you see franchises that struggle for as long as the Cardinals have and why they do, and then you find out stuff like this. Like, yes, these are multi-millionaires that make a ton of money, but part of your job as an NFL franchise is to make sure that your athletes are physically trained well enough and keep their diet restricted to a point that they can perform physically on the field.
Take it out of my contract, you nerds.
Just pay for it. You make more than $2 billion a year as an NFL franchise.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things that there's no way that's happening on any one of the other 31 teams, right?
No.
You make more money than just about any other type of organization in the country. You basically own a fourth of the calendar, and you can't afford to pay for your starting. No wonder Kyler Murray's playing Call of Duty. He's not getting fed.
That's like you're like the one friend on campus who doesn't have the meal plan, so you got to whip out the card every single time you all go to lunch together.
Yeah, so,
hold on, guys.
That's what I wonder. Like, is it like
you can't just walk in? You got to pay the attendants. Like, sorry, guys, they won't let me in the cafeteria before. I pay.
What happens if you're AJ Green and you just like forgot your wallet at home that day? Are you not allowed to eat? Like, is it school lunch where you pay for it ahead of time and you just have it taken off? You're like, hang on, guys, punch in your number real quick so we can deduct it from your account.
AJ, parents didn't put any more in the lunch account.
You're gonna have to eat the peanut butter and jelly bag sandwich today.
You think like you would just like plead with like the usual like attendant in the food? It's like, Gladys, please. You know, it's me. It's AJ. Yeah. It's me, Gladys.
Phyllis, I'll slip you a $5 tomorrow if you just let this one slide. AJ, you said that last week. And
Larry says I'm good. Fitzgerald says I'm good for it.
You think that's why Kingsbury may have mailed it in? He's like, I'm not eating here. I'm not working here. I got to pay to eat the $5 ham sandwich.
I got to use the ice cream machine as much as I want at Texas Tech.
Chance, what was your favorite? School lunch?
In college or high school?
Either or. We'll take it either.
High school, it was Mandarin Orange Chicken Day in high school.
I don't think we had that at Omaha South.
Oh, that's well.
It was a little high on the hog out there at Fort Calhoun.
Well, we didn't have it always. It only came out like maybe a little. Like I didn't have it at all in elementary.
What year did you graduate again? High school?
16.
Okay, so we're separated by 10 years.
But because I think they might have like switched to Cisco or something, or did a different thing from Cisco because they didn't have it when I was in elementary school. Because everything else was like the same. From elementary to high school.
I'm trying to think if we added anything different.
I don't know. It might have been when like it went from like
they still have macho nachos when you were in high school.
Maybe I think they did have macho nachos. Yes, I remember now because I remember like the cheese getting everywhere on the little.
I absolutely
sneeze guard.
I absolutely loved the sneeze guard. Yeah, thank God for those that were never high enough for half the people that attended the school. But
way too short or way too tall.
Yeah. Shout out to my friend Dan Storm. His mom was a lunch lady, and we lived together for a short period. His mom would always bring home the chicken with the gravy over the mashed potatoes. I forgot what it was actually called. It was we would literally
I remember that
cartons of that. And it was back at an age when I was like 24, so I could not gain weight while I did it.
Awesome. I love the Mandarin Orange Chicken Day because basically what you could do is you got your rice and your chicken, but what you could do we had it where you could get seconds, and so.
What?
Yeah, it was like basically
that's what happens when 5,000 kids don't go to your school.
So what we do is you could eat your stuff and then you could go back And, most people some people had the discounted lunch, but the second lunch was full price. So you go in and get the second lunch.
Oh, I guess everybody. Yeah, I think we had that.
And they just pile on the man, like no rice, all chicken, baby. Let's go.
Also, at After Hours 1620, Chance, make this happen.
Okay.
What was your favorite school lunch? We'll give you the answers to those at the end of the show as well. Again, by the end of the show tonight, we're gonna have the head coach of Elkhorn South, the head coach of Lincoln East, and the head coach of Omaha West Side, and a handful of their players coming in studio, talking about their punching their tickets to Class A's basketball state championship on the boys' side of things. Rule changes coming in college football. Do we like them? Do we hate them? We talk about them. We come back.
They suck.
Here on 1620 The Zone. If you missed that segment, check it out at soundcloud.com/After Hours 1620. Is brought to you by Caddyshack Bar and Grill. Stop out on Monday. That's right, March 6th. You can hang out with myself, Rob Love. We're going to be giving away a bunch of prizes for Husker Trivia. Stop out to Caddyshack's location out west, 181st and Harrison. They have 2 great locations, also located at 117th and Blondo. But Monday, live, After Hours, live from 181st and Harrison. Caddyshack is the official watering hole of After Hours on 1620 The Zone. The NCAA sucks. We tell you why. We come back. Hey, everyone, it's Jimmy Allen here for our friends at the Strike Zone Omaha. Warm temperatures are just around the corner. College baseball is coming back to Omaha in the likes of the Corn Belt League. It's the premier developmental college baseball league in the Midwest that comes to Omaha every single year. There's kids from all over the country, from Maine to California and everywhere in between. And occasionally they need somewhere to stay while they're here living the dream out of playing college athletics. If you're a person that can open your home to a baseball player this summer, let us know at cornbeltleague.com, and we'll help you become a host family this summer. The Strike Zone, the Corn Belt League, pairing up again this summer in Omaha.
Your Omaha area forecast from the Godfather's Pizza Weather Center and KETV News Watch 7 on 1620 The Zone.
Your Friday evening forecast will include increasing cloud coverage throughout the evening and overnight. Meanwhile, temperatures will be dropping into the lower 30s around daybreak Saturday. I'm tracking a morning low of 31 degrees. Clouds will be clearing out by the afternoon with temperatures rising to the upper 40s and lower 50s. In Omaha, I'm tracking a high of 52. I'm meteorologist Anthony Copeland for KETV News Watch 7.
Do you need a customized online marketing plan and creative campaigns to help scale your business and achieve goals in 2023? Pixel Fire Marketing can not only help you achieve those goals, but we will help you crush them this year. Pixel Fire Marketing lives and breathes digital marketing. Pixel Fire Marketing has experts in strategic content creation, social media marketing, and website development. Check out Pixel Fire Marketing today and attack marketing in 2023.
Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier sports performance training facility in the Midwest. Working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way to college and the pros, GVBA offers a variety of packages from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite-level sports performance training for athletes of all sports. Check out the Academy at 10700 Sapp Brothers Drive in Omaha or at goingverticalomaha.com. That's goingverticalomaha.com. Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less.
When you think Caddyshack, you think about an unforgettable dining experience. Stop in for Meatloaf Monday for just $10.95. Tuesdays are all about the happy with dollar drinks during all-day happy hour. Celebrate a Wing Wednesday with After Hours. Thursday is Spaghetti Night for $10.95 a plate. Or grab some lunch on Fridays with the $12.95 hot beef sandwich. Caddyshack. 2 great locations off of 117th and Blondo and 180th and Harrison. The official watering hole of After Hours on 1620 The Zone.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're starting to speak another language. Like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right. And they're designed by real language teachers, so you learn how to have real-world conversations, things you'll actually use.
It's incredible. After using Babbel, I'm ready to start having real conversations in French.
There's all kinds of ways to learn. Use Babbel's podcasts or games or videos. You can even join live classes with a language teacher.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Babbel. Évidemment.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Listen to the Woodhouse Auto Family Blue Jay shoot-around and overtime shows. The Creighton men's basketball pregame and postgame shows on 1620 The Zone. The Woodhouse Auto Family Blue Jay shoot-around and overtime shows are also presented by Burton AC Heating, Plumbing, and More, by Barry Law, by Union Bank and Trust, and by DJ's Dugout. Before and after each Creighton game, exclusively on your home for the Creighton Blue Jays. 1620 The Zone, 1620 The Zone mobile app, and 1620thezone.com.
Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
.617 on a Friday night here on 1620 The Zone. Jimmy Allen live with you. Rob Love out tonight. Slacker sitting at home. That's all right. He's sick. He's sick. We need him to get better. We'll have him back on Monday, like brand new here on the After Hours Lounge. I need you tonight. I need your phone calls, 402-951-1620. Weigh in on anything we're talking about. Chance Oliver is here with me tonight as well. It is time for the Who Wants This Smoke segment. It's the NCAA. There are some rule changes coming to college football. Possibly. The NCAA is set to vote on 3 changes in football. The 3 changes being no consecutive timeouts, so you can't ice the kicker twice. No untimed down at the end of the first and the third quarters, and no running clock after first down conversions except in the last 2 minutes of the first half. And that's where I want to start. Because for me, I think that's needed to change for a long time. I'm actually one of the guys that likes the difference between the college and the pro game where you do get a clock stoppage on first down. But to me, it's only necessary in those last 2 minutes, because the only reason you're using that as a crutch is if you're trying to come back, you're trying to stop the clock. I like that addition in college football. Mm-hmm. To me, I understand why the NFL doesn't do it, but it's one of those things that I think you could actually add a wrinkle to the game in the NFL. I like that there's some differences between the college and the pro games. Now, the caveat to that is for newer fans, and I don't know how many of those are for football, but it sometimes it can cause confusion. And I remember when I was younger, I remember thinking that the clock stopped on first downs in the NFL, and I can tell you exactly where I was, what football game it was when I realized that didn't happen, and I was like, wait, why is the clock running? And there was another first down. And I went, why is the clock running?
What's going on?
It was the 98 wild card game between the 49ers and the Packers, the one where Jerry Rice clearly didn't catch the football, but the referees gave it to us anyway.
This is Jerry. You got to give it to him.
That's right. He's the GOAT. He catches everything.
Exactly.
But I really wonder, with some of the stuff the XFL is doing that's getting a lot of positive reviews, like the 4th and 15 conversion. I think you need to back that up to 25 instead of onside kicks, the 3-point conversion. I don't think we'll ever see the 3-point conversion, but it makes that
so fun.
It makes that brand of football very fun. But I really
3-point feels like a Harlem Globetrotters thing.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it's one of those things that football is as old as time, and if you're not adapting, you're dying. And when you cater everything to the offense like football has, adding that kind of stuff could even make it even more fun. Because I mean, what would we rather see? A 11-yard field goal or Patrick Mahomes get the opportunity to convert a 15-yard score? I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer. And I know the football purists out there don't probably want to see that. It would be really interesting to see how the sporting books would feel about that, because obviously it changes the narrative on over unders. We might have to have our friend John Palm from Circus Sports back on with us to talk about that,
because this opens up like a bunch of multiple cans of worms
for sure.
Because do you still get to kick a field goal because are we viewing this as just the PAT rule where you can score 3 for like a 9-point swing? Because you could still theoretically have your kicker. And, maybe if you don't have a kicker that's, money like half the league, apparently, it can change how you build a roster. He's like, you know what? I don't want a kicker. We're just going to go nuts.
Yeah. And I mean, we've seen certain situations where I mean, look at what Chip Kelly did. Look what I mean, half the Oregon coaches after him have done, and just going for 2 more often than not. It's one of those things that I was kind of surprised, and maybe it's because Mark Helfrich failed so bad at it. But like, I thought it was going to be one of those things that Chip Kelly kind of set the precedence of. Everybody's going to just start going for 2, and analytics say more often than not it makes sense to do it. And it's kind of shocking with the level of quarterback play, and I wonder how much the diminishing returns on running backs. Thank you. The diminishing returns on running backs has lowered the ability, the confidence in going for 2. Because I mean, even now, I think I saw that it was like 63% of 2-point conversions are pass plays, and obviously the rule changes in football have helped with that, and that's what we're talking about here. But I always say that I hate how often we see wide receivers look for flags after we don't see a completion. But I wonder. I don't know how you fix that either, because obviously you have to throw flags on penalties and things that are affecting the game. But I just wonder if we see too many, because it's so hard to judge what is redirecting somebody on a pass and what is just physical bang bang football.
Yeah, I think there's always the human element of, to a ref, did it look like in game time? Did it look like that?
Right. And I wonder how often
do they award a flag posthumously, which they almost never do.
Because I guarantee you it's more than not. We complain about something that from the ref's point of view looks completely different than what we saw in high definition, in slow motion,
frame by frame.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we're going to get to JJ Emberman, the head coach out at Elkhorn South, and his players. Caden Stone, Alec Noonan, Evan Warner join us here in studio. We come back. If you missed that segment, check it out at soundcloud.com/afterhours1620. Is brought to you by 402 Barbecue. Stop by 3027 South 84th Street from 11 to 6. Try mine and Rob's personal favorite. It's the Cadillac sandwich. It's brisket, it's pork, it's topped off with the world famous smoked mac and cheese. Mention to Kelly and the team. You heard about them on After Hours. They're going to throw in a free soda to purchase in the mention of our show. We'll be right back with the guys from Elkhorn South's basketball team right here on 1620 The Zone. Hey everyone, Jimmy Allen here for Pyramid Roofing. Spring is right around the corner. If that honey-do list includes siding, gutters, windows, or even fixing the roof up, kick your feet up on the couch this spring and let the #1 roofer in Omaha, 12 consecutive years, come out and take care of your outside needs. Call Pyramid Roofing at 402-502-9300 or check out pyramidroof.com to book a free estimate today.
What's better than smoked meats? Smoked meats and sweet treats. Get the 402 barbecue truck to come to your event or stop by 402 Barbecue's drive-thru at 84th and Spring today. Try Rob and Jimmy's favorite. It's the Cadillac. It's brisket and pork topped off with their world-famous smoked mac and cheese. Choose between one of their 6 handmade sauces to pair up with your favorite sandwich. Mention After Hours and the 402 Barbecue team will throw in a free soda with purchase.
Every year, MVP for Life, with the help of the Strike Zone, runs a collegiate summer baseball league called the Corn Belt League. About 30% of the players come from out of the area, and you can help them along their quest to further their game and perhaps play professional ball just by opening your home. The Corn Belt League in Omaha and Council Bluffs is looking for generous families willing to open their homes to their players for the 2023 season. If you think your home could be a good fit, go to cornbeltleague.com now for more information.
Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less.
Do you enjoy working outside? Do you like getting your hands dirty but just haven't found the career for you? Come work with the finest deck building company in Omaha. Forsman's Finest Decks is looking for experienced and new carpenters. With competitive wages in a field where you can master your craft, Forsman is the best place for a construction specialist to get a fresh start. Call today at 402-504-2751 or email info@forsmansfinest.com to set up an interview today.
Peerless Energy Systems is Nebraska and Iowa's locally owned and operated authorized solar air compressor distributor. Peerless Energy Systems provides products and solutions for compressed air systems, helping companies in manufacturing, food processing, transportation, auto body repair, car dealers, and more. Driving industry efficiency through service, support, and relationships, let Peerless Energy Systems help you increase efficiency with your compressed air systems today. PeerlessEnergy.com.
Shingles add beauty and protection to your home. You want the best for long-lasting value. You want CertainTeed shingles, and you want an experienced company to do the job right. You want Carp's Complete Home Exteriors. Local, reputable, the best. It's Carp's.
Do you know a high school senior who'd like a $12,000 college scholarship? Well, be sure to tell them that the Salvation Army is now seeking nominations for the DJ's Hero Award scholarships. We're looking for Nebraska high school seniors who have overcome adversity and who are doing the most good in their communities. The application deadline is March 8th. Nominate your hero today. Just go to djsheroapp.org for more information. That's djsheroapp.org. djsheroapp.org.
You are listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
6:27 on a Friday night here on 1620 The Zone. We're currently joined in studio by Elkhorn South head coach Joe Zimbrennett. Yo, but Joe or JJ? Okay, because I had it in my phone two different ways and I wasn't sure. So JJ Zimbrennett joins us in studio. He brought Kate Stone, Alec Noonan, and Evan Warner with him. Gentlemen, thank you very much for being here and congratulations on punching your ticket to state. Obviously, you guys are very excited about that. But, Coach, we'll start with you first. You're alumni of Elkhorn South. You're in your first year in this program. You're heading to state to take on Millard North on Wednesday. We're going to talk about your players in a minute. What has been exciting about this ride for you personally?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just been an absolute blast. And these guys make the job really enjoyable and really fun. I talk about this with my wife all the time. Besides going home and seeing her at night, the best part of my day is getting to see these guys on a daily basis and go to battle with them at practice and then getting to see them compete on a daily basis. So it's made the year go by extremely quickly. That's one thing that's kind of crazy to think about, starting on November 14th and in a blink of an eye, we're here in March. And so the biggest, best word I can say, I guess, is fun. It's just been an absolute blast getting to hang out with these guys. My assistant coaches are some of my best friends, and ultimately, it's been so much fun.
Are any of the assistants any guys you played with at Elk South? Or?
No.
Okay.
So they've been on staff the last couple years. So this is my 5th year on staff, and so I got to know them from my time just as a reserve freshman and JV coach, and we've built some lifelong friendships, and I appreciate everything they've done for us.
And your wife's first name is?
Hannah.
Shout out to Hannah. Hopefully
Shout out to
listening.
Hannah.
Yeah. You guys are getting ready to do the send-off to state on Wednesday where the community's going to come out and see you all off to Lincoln. What does it mean? What is it like to have a moment like that personally for you and see the supporting of a community that you grew up in, played for, and now coach for?
Yeah, and I mean, hopefully these guys feel the same way, but it's not just about the 16 guys that show up to practice and the coaches that show up to practice on a daily basis. It takes a huge family in order to do what we have done. And that goes to our booster club and the parents, but the youth in the community as well. We get good turnouts to most of our games. And so it really does take the entire community to be successful in our venture. And so, as we drive out of the parking lot, we see people with signs waving. It'll just be kind of a, okay, we have made an impact on people, and we're just ultimately grateful that they're here to support us.
Kind of helps you remember who you're playing for too, right?
100%. 100%.
You guys had an absolute war with Papio South in the district finals. What was the feeling like for you when the buzzer hit and you guys finally punched that ticket?
Well, at first I thought there was going to be, another possession just because that's how the game was. It was just like, okay, what's going to happen next? Honestly, though, the first thing that happened was just a little sense of relief. Like, okay, it happened. It's done. Now what's next?
Right.
But ultimately it's just joy and happiness, not necessarily for myself or for what the coaches have done, but I mean, for what these guys have gone through and the growth that they have made since they were freshmen over the past couple of years has been just incredible. And so happiness, joy for them to see that, the hard work that they have put in up until this point has paid off.
We'll go to Caden Stone for a second. Caden, this is an age-old saying in basketball. Shooters are going to shoot. Your highlight film consists of a lot of that. Well contested shots, and they all fall. I've noticed you have a couple moves in your arsenal. You like that spin fadeaway that Dirk Nowitzki kind of made famous, and then you also have that pull up shot with somebody's hand in your face. For you personally, if you need a basket, what's your go-to move?
My go-to move, like you mentioned, is probably like that signature Dirk fade.
I'm a Mavericks fan, so I appreciate
that. Yeah, my length and the higher set point on my shot allows me to get to it easy and often.
You had a massive night against Gretna back on January 19th, 8 of 14 from the field, 6 boards and a block. Your game seems to go up with the competition you face. I referenced the highlights a minute ago, and most of those shots are against the Gretnas, the Bellevue Wests of the world, both in this tournament. You may have the opportunity to see again. How much do you like this high-level competition and a tough schedule that you guys have seen this year at Alex South?
I enjoyed it a lot. I feel like it gives myself and us as a team a chance to prove ourselves playing those tougher teams.
Your Twitter feed is littered with commitments from other guys and some of your friends and people going elsewhere to schools. What does high school, or what does life after high school look like for you?
I'm still exploring several different options with playing basketball next year, but I am looking forward to making that decision as the season ends.
Do you have a dream school?
I don't know. I don't think so.
There's nothing wrong with that. We're joined in studio by Elkhorn South's basketball team, their head coach, JJ and Brennan. That was Kate Stone. We'll go to Alec Noonan. Alec, for you, at one point in the season, you led the entire state in points per game per average. You finished the season averaging 18.7 points per game, scoring 430 on the season. Did you have a goal before the season? And if so, did you reach it, or are you still getting there?
Yeah, I had a goal to score more points than I did last year and have a higher percentage. So
you're doing just fine. Yeah, that for sure you hit. You're a senior. What have the last 4 years at Elkhorn South meant to you, and what's so special about your senior year?
Last 4 years, made lifelong friends with these guys. The 5 seniors were playing: Jackson Moore, Swan, and Gavin, who aren't here, and just building lifelong memories that I can cherish.
You're off to Midland after this year. Why Midland, and what are you planning on studying?
The main reason I went to Midland was the coaching staff. I built a great relationship with them. And as far as what I'm studying, I'm undecided right now.
That's fine. You get a long time to get there. Don't stick with one thing either. Just if you find something down the road, pivot to that. I get to like my 4th major, so it's perfectly fine. We'll go to Evan Warner, another senior on this team. Evan, you're second on this team in scoring, just behind Alec. You average 13.2 points per game, and you shoot 76% from the free throw line. What makes you so good at the charity stripe?
Yeah, so actually at the end of every practice, we'll get done, we'll break it down, and then us 3 seniors, we always stay around and we'll do a little game where we make 10 free throws in a row. The 10th one has to be a bank, and none of us can leave until we all get it done.
You get it done on the defensive side too. You have 24 steals this season. You guys create a ton of offense off your defense and turnovers. What do you think your game is at the best, on the offensive side of the ball or the defense?
I personally would say the offensive side, just because I like to shoot threes, but definitely defense leads to the offense that we had. Like you said, the steals, the fast breaks, it just gets us going.
Alec alluded to it. You're all seniors in this group. How special was it for you personally to cut down the nets in the district game?
It was everything. We've been working for this so long, and we know we've got more to come, but it was just like Coach said earlier, it was relief, and it was just such a happy moment.
How much of the net did you keep?
I just got one little strip.
Who got the big piece? I know we know the answer.
Alec and Jackson.
Okay. Any plans to possibly steal that in the future?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, there you go. For you, what's the plans after high school?
I'm undecided yet. Got a couple options, but don't know yet.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. You guys still got plenty of time to figure that out. Coach, we'll go back to you. You win a district. You're heading to state. Is this season already a success in your eyes? And if not, what defines success for this program going forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends who you ask, right? Like if you ask the guys in this room right now, you ask the guys in the locker room and the coaching staff, it hasn't been a success yet. Have we accomplished things along the way that we set out to do? Absolutely. But ultimately, our goal is to come home from Lincoln on March 11th with a state championship. And so we talk all the time, especially early on in the year, about trusting the process and checking off those goals as we go. Ultimately, our first goal was to win the Metro tournament, and that didn't happen. So we faced a little bit of adversity early, and how are we going to bounce back from that? And then it turned into, okay, we want to host a district. Okay, we were fortunate enough to host a district. Then we need to win the district. We win the district. And now the next step is win 1 game in Lincoln, win 2 games in Lincoln, and ultimately win that 3rd game on Saturday.
For you already kind of mentioned your coaching staff. For you guys, the coaches, not the players, if you set a goal like that, win the Metro tournament, doesn't happen, how do you keep these guys focused and rebuild that we still can hit our goals by the end of the year mentality?
Yeah, and that's a great question. One of the things that we did after that is we kind of went back to not necessarily the drawing board, but we had a conversation with the seniors and said, okay, what's going to define us this year? Are we going to be, we use the S word, are we going to be soft?
Oh, okay.
Are we
really
going,
where you're going there.
Are we going to be soft, or are we going to be, a resilient team? And ultimately these guys came up with 4 pillars to our foundation as a program. And that's strength, toughness, intensity, and resilience. And so one of the things that they said was, hey, sometimes things aren't going to go well and we're going to face a little bit of adversity, but now how do we fall back on that idea? And it's all them. I mean, we show up with the same, philosophies and the same messages on a daily basis, but it takes a special group of kids to continuously do that. And so I got to give, obviously, these guys a lot of credit. The other 2 seniors that aren't here, Jackson and Gavin, a lot of credit. But I also got to give a lot of credit to the guys that don't necessarily get on the floor. Our JV guys and some of our bench varsity guys that they have to show up in practice and don't necessarily have that piece to look forward to of playing in the game. And so they've done an absolutely amazing job for us, and just leaning on each other to continue and carry on.
And Jackson, Gavin, that's my bad. We have a small studio. I can only have 3 of you, so I apologize. We couldn't get everybody in here. We are joined in studio by Elkhorn South's basketball team, JJ's and Brennan, their head coach, Caden Stone, Alec Noonan, and Evan Warner. Guys, I'm going to ask you each down the row. Other than winning district, what's been your favorite moment from this year?
That's a great question. I would say that probably for me personally, the first win of the season, or we played Fremont at home and got a win. And it wasn't necessarily the act of winning the game, but I walked into our team room afterwards and I got, kind of a water Gatorade shower from the guys. And it just meant a lot to me that they were invested in celebrating a kind of a personal milestone and accomplishment.
Number one.
Number one. And so that's something that I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Caden, for you?
Probably not one specific thing, but the team dinners every single week, spending time with my guys and having fun.
What's your go-to meal?
I like Chipotle a lot.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll accept that. Alec, for you?
I really like playing close games, and other than the district game we played, I think my favorite game was the Central game. It was a really pivotal game for us that we needed to win to be able to have a chance at hosting a district, and we were able to pull it off in the final 20 seconds.
You got 3 more tough ones ahead of you, so keep that mentality.
That's right,
You guys will be all right. Evan, for you, favorite moment from the year?
So along Seastone, after team dinners, we'll play some poker. It's just a way to get with the guys, and it's fun, and we just create bonds over it.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Well, guys, thank you very much for being here tonight. Good luck at state. And maybe we're following up with you after state championship after the next couple of weeks. Good luck. That is the Elkhorn South Storm boys basketball team. If you missed their segment, check it out at soundcloud.com/afterhours1620. It was brought to you by Going Vertical Omaha. Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier training facility in the Midwest, working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way up through the pros. GVBA offers a variety of packages from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite level sports training and performance training for all athletes of all sports. Check out the academy at goingverticalomaha.com today. We'll be right back. Find out what's trending on social media when we come back here on 1620 The Zone.
Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier sports performance training facility in the Midwest. Working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way to college and the pros, GVBA offers a variety of packages from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite-level sports performance training for athletes of all sports. Check out the academy at 10700 Sap Brothers Drive in Omaha or at goingverticalomaha.com. That's goingverticalomaha.com.
Every year, MVP for Life, with the help of the Strike Zone, runs a collegiate summer baseball league called the Corn Belt League. About 30% of the players come from out of the area, and you can help them along their quest to further their game and perhaps play professional ball just by opening your home. The Corn Belt League in Omaha and Council Bluffs is looking for generous families willing to open their homes to their players for the 2023 season. If you think your home could be a good fit, go to cornbeltleague.com now for more information.
When you think Caddyshack, you think about an unforgettable dining experience. Stop in for Meatloaf Monday for just $10.95. Tuesdays are all about the happy with dollar drinks during all-day happy hour. Celebrate a Wing Wednesday with After Hours. Thursday is Spaghetti Night for $10.95 a plate. Or grab some lunch on Fridays with the $12.95 hot beef sandwich. Caddyshack. 2 great locations off of 117th and Blondo and 180th and Harrison. The official watering hole of After Hours on 1620 The Zone.
Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less.
Sure, it's cold out now, but late nights out on the patio are just around the corner. Why settle for good enough when you can have the finer things? Forsman's Finest Decks can build you a custom deck that fits your family's needs, entertain your guests, and put that extra something on your house. Already have a deck? Does it have a cover? The Forsman's crew can help with that as well. Help them help you have the finest deck in Omaha. Go to forsmansfinest.com to book an appointment today.
College basketball is in full swing and gearing up for the college basketball tournament. Watch it all season long at Oscar's Pizza and Sports Grill. Of course, Oscar's serves great pizza, but don't forget about their award-winning charred buff wings or even their delicious fish and chips. Perfect for Friday nights. Dine in or carry out at 173rd and West Center. Carry out at 162nd and Maple, and order online at oscarsomaha.com.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're starting to speak another language. Like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right. And they're designed by real language teachers, so you learn how to have real-world conversations, things you'll actually use.
It's incredible. After using Babbel, I'm ready to start having real conversations in French.
There's all kinds of ways to learn. Use Babbel's podcasts or games or videos. You can even join live classes with a language teacher.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Babbel. Évidemment.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
You're listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
.45 on a Friday night here inside the After Hours Lounge. Jimmy Allen live with you tonight here on 1620 The Zone. You follow the show at After Hours 1620 on Twitter. Give us a call tonight, 402-951-1620 as well. Thank you very much to Elkhorn South head coach JJ's and Brennan for bringing his guys in studio. If you just missed it, over to the radio replay at 1620thezone.com to check it out. The head coach out at Lincoln East, Jeff Campbell, and his guys are going to be joining us here at the top of the hour. So don't miss that if you're those guys' segment. But it is time for the social media soundbite where Chance Oliver scrolls Twitter, his favorite place, with his buddy Elon Musk, and tells us exactly what is trending on social media. Chance, what do you got for us?
Well, I'm assuming there's some weird rumors going around by a certain someone about Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody saw this. This was on a podcast earlier today, and I couldn't tell. Oh wait, there might be cursing in this.
You want me to listen to it real quick?
Yeah, no, there is. I forgot. There's a holy S moment in this, so we'll skip this.
All right.
But Adam Schefter reportedly, according to the video footage, got a text from somebody that said that there's real smoke to the Lamar Jackson to the Commanders rumor that's been flying around. Obviously, the Commanders let go of Carson Wentz recently. Lamar Jackson did not restructure his deal with Baltimore. He is his own agent, which really kind of leaves it open for him to land wherever he wants to. But you know what? I was about to say, I don't know if you really want to go to Washington, but then I think about the addition of Eric Bieniemy and what that could mean for Lamar Jackson. And there's this narrative out there that Lamar Jackson may not be an elite level passer, but as a starter, every year, well, he's coming off the injury, and I think that's what's got a lot of people kind of maybe pulling off a little bit of the interest they may have had pre-injury. But when he started football games, if he started the entire season, he's never completed less than 62% of his passes. He completed over 58% on third down last year. And I hate that we act like Mark Andrews is like not a great receiving talent and that Lamar Jackson doesn't help him get better. Like there's this narrative out there that Mark Andrews helps Lamar Jackson out so much. And we never talk about it the other way around. And I don't know why that is, because it's not like we say that Travis Kelce is only good because he's got Patrick Mahomes throwing the football. And maybe that's because we saw Travis Kelce with Alex Smith and before Patrick Mahomes got there. But I really like.
Well, yeah, but Alex Smith was on the downturn of his career anyway.
Was he, or was he just not Patrick Mahomes? Because I mean,
well, okay, this is past San Francisco and very near to when he got his leg broken.
He wasn't great either. There, just a heads up.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being a game manager, okay?
Yeah, I mean, he had a very nice career. Just wasn't going to win you a Super Bowl in Kansas City or San Francisco for that matter. And thank God we didn't take Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what my fandom would be like if I had Aaron Rodgers for 12 years.
Sucked.
Yeah, probably would.
Can you imagine just defending that psycho year in and year out until you finally got sick of it?
I would take it in a heartbeat to not have the Alex Smith years in San Francisco. But and listen, he's still on the market. Do you think he ends up back in Green Bay? Like I change my mind on that every day.
I don't know, because
you know what I think is going to happen. Can I tell you what I think is going to happen?
Go ahead.
I think Aaron thinks he can just walk back into Lambeau and they're going to welcome him with open arms. And I think he truly believes it's up to him. I think that franchise is at wit's end with him.
He's like really he's because I've been watching Ted Lasso for the first time, like I said, maybe a week or two ago.
Still haven't caught up on it.
It's like there's this one I won't spoil the show for anyone who hasn't seen it, but there's just this one player who's better than everyone else and he knows it, and he just behaves that way with everything in mind, the way he treats others, the way he plays as a teammate, and the way he interacts with the media. And Aaron Rodgers is basically that dude.
Do you think that character is based off Aaron Rodgers? Because I think you just perfectly described Aaron Rodgers.
He's probably based off of other soccer players, but it's very I'm that dude mentality.
What is Ted Lasso on?
The
Hulu?
Apple
TV? Okay,
Apple Plus.
Gotcha.
Or Apple TV.
I wonder, and they will never, they being the Green Bay Packers will never think about it this way.
They being the cheese.
Is it Green Bay's duty to put Aaron Rodgers in his place?
It almost, because we're going on year 3 of this nonsense.
Right. And
like, why?
And by the way,
he has to like this enough to keep going with.
By the way, Aaron Rodgers, who turned 39 in December,
mm-hmm.
You're the one with Devontae Adams who tweeted out the picture of the Last Dance cover with Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. You're the one that has threatened the franchise over and over again. The franchise, not surprisingly, they're one of the classiest in all of sports. has really kept their cards close to the vest. And yes, do they often come out and say the next step in Jordan Love's development is he's got to play? Well, no, duh. Yeah, that's just an obvious statement. Nobody's going to get better not playing against elite level competition.
You say the same thing about Rodgers when he's sitting behind Favre,
right?
You know?
And that's what's made this whole thing really surprising to me. Is this franchise had absolutely no problem moving on from their most iconic player in franchise history to go with a guy like Aaron Rodgers. Now it helps that I think Aaron Rodgers at that point in his career probably way more talented than Jordan Love is at this point.
That goes without saying.
Yeah, but does it though? Because we don't know.
Well,
but there
mm.
is an outside possibility, and it's probably not the case because they probably would have already moved on if it was, that he might just be as good as Aaron Rodgers when Aaron Rodgers took over the helmet.
I mean, I guess I don't really have a frame of reference to how Cal was back then versus how Utah State was only a few years ago.
Sure, not
but
even apples to oranges.
Yeah. The environment of college football is even since Love got drafted.
Well, Aaron Rodgers was a Heisman Trophy finalist.
Well, yeah, that's
Jordan
true.
Love not so much.
No, I mean Jordan Love is someone you might pick after. Well, that you do pick after Zach Wilson. Look how Zach Wilson turned out.
Right.
That's not to say
the one caveat I'll give you for that though is I think the elements in which you deal with it in Utah State is similar to what you see in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Because I hate like the EJ Manuels of the world that went to Florida State but gets drafted by Buffalo. Like how Mac Jones going to Foxborough. Like literally there was an hour of television devoted to him seeing his breath for the first time. Yeah, like the fact that you don't weigh that into consideration when you make the draft pick, which is why I thought Mac Jones would have been a much better fit in San Francisco than he would have been
not everyone can get their Josh Allen.
Yeah, and I mean, listen,
not everyone has one.
Wyoming to Buffalo isn't really that much different of terrain either, though.
It's just chilly on the range to chilly in the city. You know,
it's very interesting to me that a franchise that is led by Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft went out and got a warm weather quarterback that had probably been never been north of Washington D.C. in his life to spearhead that franchise, and then they're surprised that it's maybe not working out the way they thought. And I think that Mac Jones is much better than anybody on their bench right now.
Do you ever wonder if Kraft has put more hands on the wheel since Brady left?
He's put his hands other places, but
well, I go.
No,
moving on.
No, I don't. I really don't because I think I've brought this up before, but there was the Football Life with Bill Belichick, and the week that they were shooting it, the Patriots were taking on the Ravens, and Tom Brady comes in and he's like, "Hey, I was breaking down film of." And I didn't think about this at the time, but I think about it a lot now whenever this discussion comes up. Tom Brady's like, hey, I was breaking down film, and Ed Reed gets in this certain set when we move here. And I've noticed when there's motion, they do this, and he comes down to the box when this happens, and he just kind of like lays out to Belichick all the stuff he brought down from the film. And all Belichick just says, the whole time.
Oh, no.
Is there any chance that Tom Brady just had the total control of the offense and Bill Belichick just had his hands on the defense? And now Bill Belichick doesn't know what to do now that he has to control the other part of the ball?
It would certainly explain the assistants.
It sure would, wouldn't it? Because the whole Matt Patricia thing, like listen, you're never going to.
But he's only one man, like Brady.
Right.
Could a one man make a whole franchise go like that?
No, because I think Bill Belichick is an elite level defensive coach.
Okay.
And you've heard guys talk about how hard it is to play for him.
Right.
I wonder how hard it is to work for him. And is there a reason that you have the Josh McDaniels of the world that maybe can't get a job anywhere else, has to keep coming back to Foxborough? I know he's the head coach at the Raiders right now, but that'll probably only last about 9 more months.
He's gone by week 8.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Hey, that was the first hour of the After Hours Lounge. If you missed it, check it out at soundcloud.com/afterhours1620. It was brought to you by our friends at Pixel Fire Marketing. Would it help to have your business marketed online in certain parts of the city? Contact pixelfiremarketing.com about geofencing. They can help you with that. They could build a website for you, design a logo, and a whole lot more. Check out pixelfiremarketing.com for more information today. The head coach at Lincoln East, Jeff Campbell, his players. When we come back here on 1620 The Zone. Hey everyone, it's Jimmy Allen for Forsman's Finest Decks. If you've got a deck already on your house, but you want to add something to it, and it's just missing that cover to make your patio more enjoyable this summer during the warm months, check out forsmansfinest.com. Book your dream deck to be built today. Forsman's Finest Decks, building the finest decks in Omaha.
Do you need a customized online marketing plan and creative campaigns to help scale your business and achieve goals in 2023? Pixel Fire Marketing can not only help you achieve those goals, but we will help you crush them this year. Pixel Fire Marketing lives and breathes digital marketing. Pixel Fire Marketing has experts in strategic content creation, social media marketing, and website development. Check out Pixel Fire Marketing today and attack marketing in 2023.
What's better than smoked meats? Smoked meats and sweet treats. Get the 402 barbecue truck to come to your event or stop by 402 Barbecue's drive-thru at 84th and Spring today. Try Rob and Jimmy's favorite, it's the Cadillac. It's brisket and pork topped off with their world-famous smoked mac and cheese. Choose between one of their 6 handmade sauces to pair up with your favorite sandwich. Mention After Hours and the 402 Barbecue team will throw in a free soda with purchase.
Do you enjoy working outside? Do you like getting your hands dirty but just haven't found the career for you? Come work with the finest deck building company in Omaha. Forsman's Finest Decks is looking for experienced and new carpenters. With competitive wages in a field where you can master your craft, Forsman is the best place for a construction specialist to get a fresh start. Call today at 402-504-2751 or email info@forsmansfinest.com to set up an interview today.
Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier sports performance training facility in the Midwest. Working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way to college and the pros, GVBA offers a variety of packages from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite-level sports performance training for athletes of all sports. Check out the Academy at 10700 Sapp Brothers Drive in Omaha or at goingverticalomaha.com. That's goingverticalomaha.com.
Every year, MVP for Life, with the help of the Strike Zone, runs a collegiate summer baseball league called the Corn Belt League. About 30% of the players come from out of the area, and you can help them along their quest to further their game and perhaps play professional ball just by opening your home. The Corn Belt League in Omaha and Council Bluffs is looking for generous families willing to open their homes to their players for the 2023 season. If you think your home could be a good fit, go to cornbeltleague.com now for more information.
Did you get a call or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration. Social Security will not threaten you, press you for personal information, or demand instant payment. Social Security does not accept payments by gift card, prepaid debit card, internet currency, or by mailing cash. Criminals use these forms of payment because they are hard to trace. Don't fall for it. Hang up, ignore them. Report this criminal activity to oig.ssa.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Your 14th ranked Omaha hockey team is currently second in the NCHC and has secured home ice for the playoffs for the first time since the opening of Baxter Arena. Because of you, Maverick fans, we're fourth nationally in attendance. The NCHC quarterfinal series is March 10th and the 11th at Baxter Arena. Tickets for the playoffs are only $15, so get your tickets today and let's rock the Baxter. Get your tickets by calling 402-554-MAVS or at omavs.com/tigs.
Roxanne Watson is on a mission to have more people sign up as organ, eye, and tissue donors. What drives her? Roxanne received a heart transplant made possible by an organ donor.
I decided that day to devote myself to signing up the most people in the United States. That's my goal.
Now she's a powerful force for good. What could you make possible as an organ, eye, and tissue donor? Leave behind the gift of life. Go to organdonor.gov. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
College basketball is in full swing and gearing up for the college basketball tournament. Watch it all season long at Oscar's Pizza and Sports Grill. Of course, Oscar serves great pizza, but don't forget about their award-winning charred buff wings or even their delicious fish and chips. Perfect for Friday nights. Dine in or carry out at 173rd and West Center. Carry out at 162nd and Maple, and order online at oscarsomaha.com.
So, how are the kids?
Well, Emily made the honor roll.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, we're really proud of her. Tyler, on the other hand, though.
What's going on?
He's been moody lately, just feeling...
He was so anxious and stressed.
Really? What helped?
Well, he joined the soccer team, and ever since, he's been a lot happier. He has more energy, he's less stressed, and he's definitely in a better mood at home. It's made a huge difference.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad he's getting out of the house, he's getting some exercise, and he's off his phone for once. It's been good for his mental health.
Sounds like it's been good for your mental health, too.
Participating in Nebraska high school sports improves students' physical and mental health. Encourage your son or daughter to get involved. This message presented by the NSAA and the Nebraska State Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
If you served honorably in our nation's armed forces and you're looking for a way to continue serving your fellow veterans in your community, then join AMVETS. Each year, AMVETS members volunteer millions of hours at VA healthcare facilities from coast to coast, helping to improve the lives of their fellow veterans through the VA Voluntary Services Program. AMVETS posts and departments also participate in a wide variety of community service projects, ranging from Americanism in our schools to supporting the Special Olympics and Boy Scouts of America. If you no longer wear the uniform today, you can still serve through the AMVETS by joining today at amvets.org.
I've been driving trucks for a long time. Safety is my number one priority. I know that my truck has huge blind spots. That's why I remember to check my mirrors often for smaller vehicles. Everyone can help keep our roads safe. Next time you're behind the wheel, try to avoid lingering in those blind spots. It can be dangerous. Let's all plan to share the road safely. Learn how at www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
Tickets for less. Best seats, best prices, no per-ticket fees. Ticketsforless.com. KOZN Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs. This is 1620 The Zone.
Roxanne Watson is on a mission to have more people sign up as organ, eye, and tissue donors. What drives her? Roxanne received a heart transplant made possible by an organ donor.
I decided that day to devote myself to signing up the most people in the United States. That's my goal.
Now she's a powerful force for good. What could you make possible as an organ, eye, and tissue donor? Leave behind the gift of life. Go to organdonor.gov. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
Top of the second hour here on 1620 The Zone. We continue our look ahead to the Class A Boys State Basketball Tournament this weekend. And from the long distance drive of Lincoln, Nebraska, we have the Lincoln East boys basketball team in studio with us tonight, led by their head coach, Jeff Campbell. Christian Melessa, Carter Templemeyer, and Jared Townsley join us tonight as well. Gentlemen, thank you very much for – how long did it take you, Coach?
Oh, probably about an hour.
An hour, okay. Well, that was good. Is there a wink, wink, nudge, nudge there because we might have been beating the speed limit? Or
it might have been trying to get guys out of the locker room a little quicker. So.
We appreciate – who took the longest? Don't lie. Who took the longest?
It was me and Templemar.
All right, there you go.
Always.
Coach, we'll start with you. 14-9 a year ago. Come up just short against Westside in the districts. Then 18-5 this year. Punch your ticket state against a very good Southwest team. What helped this team get over the hump from a year ago to this season?
A lot of preparation, a lot of work in the offseason. Bringing back A lot of guys who had experience from last year's team. I don't think the game ended last year in the districts kind of how they wanted it to. Kind of had a bad taste, which kind of motivated them, I think, to kind of stay the course through the offseason, through our workouts in the summer, through the fall into the the winter season. I mean, definitely they've been playing with some motivation to try to do better than last year.
Like you alluded to, you have a very senior heavy team right now, including the 3 gentlemen you brought with you. And also guys like Connor Hamilton and more. What does the class of 23 mean to you personally?
They mean a lot. I have a son who's their age as well, so I've seen a lot of these guys grow up and been in the gym with them for a long time. I mean, especially Carter Templemeyer. I think I've seen him been playing basketball since probably 5th grade or even 4th grade below that. Jared, I've been in the gym with him playing basketball definitely since 6th or 7th grade. And so Connor Hamilton, I remember I was coaching him when he was I think it was in 4th grade.
Wow.
And so, yeah, a lot of these guys, I mean, I've known them for a long time. They've been in the East Gym for a really long time, going through some of the youth stuff that we did. They always wanted to be Spartans. They've done a great job with it. So definitely have kind of a deeper, just understanding relationship with them because I've been around them for a long time.
You draw those same Warriors that ended your season a year ago. You already have a win over them again against them this season back in February. We've heard the saying a million times, it's hard to beat the same team twice. Do you change preparation when it comes to playing a team for a second time in the season, or is it just business as usual?
Oh, we're scouting. We're preparing for them like we haven't played them.
Gotcha.
And we're just kind of starting new with our scouts. Have a new scout film, looking at their last game, seeing what they're doing maybe differently.
Sure.
Trying to pick up on some tendencies that maybe they've adjusted in the last month since the last time we played them. The biggest benefit of playing them is that our guys have been on the court, so they know how to they know what to expect from an athletic standpoint, from a strength standpoint. So we've been there with them. We know what they what they have, but from a preparation standpoint, it's just almost as if we didn't play them. We're starting over again, just make sure we cover all the bases.
Obviously, West Side, Elkhorn South, both located in Omaha, but no OPS team this year. Do you guys think you have any type of advantage having a little bit of a closer drive being in Lincoln?
Yeah, our guys are familiar with Pinnacle Bank. I
Okay.
mean, we just a couple of our guys were on our team that went to state a couple of years ago.
Sure.
Our guys spend a lot of time going down there watching Husker games and doing other things at the venue. And so I do think there's a little bit. I mean, the crowd should be good for us. There should be support there from our students and our fans. And so, yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Fantastic. Christian, for you, you're shooting 65% from the field this season. You're grabbing 8 boards a game. What has clicked for you in your senior season?
Yeah, I mean, to start off the season, the first couple of games, I didn't play quite as well as I wanted to. So, but I kind of started to find my role more and learn how to play with the other guys. And I've learned more. So most of you everything and gotten more comfortable with taking smaller guys in the post and then taking bigger guys. And my teammates have done a good job of finding me when I'm open. And so I think just as I've started to find my role more, it's just come more naturally.
You're always open though, right? Hey, not only are you consistent from the field, but you're hitting your free throws as well, 76% from the free throw stripe. How much do you individually work on shooting free throws specifically?
Yeah, last summer I kind of decided I want to work on my shot a lot, but I knew I was going to be playing inside more, shooting more free throws and threes. So the focus last summer, like the whole summer, was just working on free throws. I knew I was going to be shooting a lot of them. So I think just staying consistent in the gym over the whole summer just helped me in that area of my
Does that
game.
inspiration come from anywhere, or just knowing what you need to be better at?
My dad has just kind of always coached me, so he just let me know. He's been honest, saying that I need to work on my free throws.
Often when you hear a guy is good from the field and gets to the line, he's grabbing boards. You have 191 rebounds this year. That usually indicates a high motor and great work ethic. Where does that work ethic come from you? Is that your dad too, or is that something else?
Part of it is. But
Okay.
going
your,
into
your dad's name is
Sam.
Shout out to Sam. Sam, hopefully you're listening.
Yeah, going into this year, I decided this was probably gonna be my last year playing organized basketball, and that I probably wasn't gonna try and play college basketball. But so I kind of wanted to be a successful year for our team, and being the shortest center out there, usually I know I have to make up for that in my work ethic.
Is that a
and
chip
so-
on your shoulder type thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just been a
I like
decision
it.
I made
Yeah,
to
sure.
just play hard every game.
You mentioned that you might not play college basketball. Do you have any idea what you'd like to do after high school?
Probably gonna go to BYU. Not
Okay.
sure what I'm gonna major in or anything. So.
Sure. No, that's awesome, man. Good luck when you go out there. Carter, for you, it's been the Carter show offensively this year. Yourself and then junior Carter Mick, both averaging 15 points a game this season. Is there any friendly competition between the two of you to see who can get more buckets?
I would say not really when it comes to games. We both lock in. We both just want to win. Do
Sure.
everything we can to win. Might say a word or two here at practice. But,
Okay. I was going to say, you said at games. What's the caveat?
But yeah, we just want to do what we can to win. If that means he has to score, 20 to win it, then that means he has to. If I have to, we can just do what we have to do to win.
Would he say the same thing if he was here?
Hopefully.
You, Christian, and Jared all had double-digit performances in the district final. Why was this offense clicking so well that night?
Well, main reason, it was win or go home right there. Playing an in-town rival, I mean, we wanted to win. And so when you know what's on the line there, why not go out there and play your best, We knew we had to win that one. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here today. So,
Carter, for you, what happens after high school?
Well, I'm looking probably to keep playing somewhere, and probably stay local here.
Awesome. Fantastic. We're joined in studio right now by Lincoln East head coach Jeff Campbell, Christian Melissa, Christian Melissa, Carter Templemeyer, and Jared Townsley. Jared, for you, I asked Coach about the West Side matchup earlier in this season. You had 20 points in that game, 8 boards, 4 assists. What do you personally have to do next week to get another W in that game?
I think all I need to do really is let the game come to me. Try not to force anything because the way I performed against them last game, maybe they'll defend different people different ways. And if that means I'm dishing out more assists and shooting wide open layups, and that's what I have to do. I mean, we have 5 kids on the floor who can score. It doesn't all have to come from one person.
You lead this team, and it's just how much fun is it to help run this offense and facilitate?
It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's a free moving offense, so there's no exact guy you have to pass to in most of the time. So watching the guys move around, get open, I just find them and working this year.
You're off to Wayne State to play basketball next season. Why the Wildcats program, and why was the right fit for you?
I'm going to Wesleyan.
Wesleyan, I'm sorry. Oh, I apologize. Wesleyan. Why was Wesleyan?
I mean, they were the first school to really start recruiting me heavily in the summer. I mean, I reached out to their coach and I was like, I really like your program. I want to stay local. I like what you guys got right now. I knew East was a good pipeline for them, and coaches kept recruiting me, and I visited the campus a couple times, and they have my major, which I'm going to major in exercise science and either minor in psychology or Spanish.
Why exercise science?
Some of the closest relationships I've formed outside of sports or my family has been with people who have trained me to become a better athlete.
Sure.
And I feel that that's something I could excel in. With
Anybody in particular you want to give a shout out to?
Jacob Cervantes and Derek Jackson.
Shout out to those guys.
Yep.
All right. Well, fantastic, man. I even wrote Wesleyan down. I don't know why I said Wayne State. I apologize about that. Coach, we'll go back to you real quick. These seniors with these seniors and the way you guys can score the basketball, finish this sentence for me. Lincoln East is the 2023 Class A state champions because
kids bought in. And I know probably any coach would probably say that if they're in this position right now, but I do think that our guys kind of buy into the team. They buy into each other. They're constantly looking for each other, and they truly will give up their individual kind of accolades and recognitions for our team to win. Close relationships, a lot of close relationships on the team with these guys, and they care for each other. So
I kind of sprung this on Elkhorn South earlier. I'll ask you guys the same thing. Other than winning district, what's been your favorite moment from the season?
This season, that's a tough one. We've won a lot of road games at tough places. Creighton Prep and Christmas in the Cage was a fun time.
One of the best student sections.
That is,
state.
definitely, hands down.
Definitely a cap in the cap.
Winning at Southwest and winning at Pius, winning at Westside. I mean, we've had a lot of tough road games, and guys keep coming through.
We'll go down the line for you guys if you have an individual favorite from the season. Jared, do you have a favorite moment from the year other than winning districts?
Other than districts, I would definitely say the Pius game. Oldest rivalry in Lincoln, I'm pretty sure.
You have a couple guys over there that you might rub in a time or two that you got that win this year?
I mean, usually it's like that, but in the summer I played with a couple of them, so they're more my friends than my enemies.
That's always better because you see them more often, right?
But when it comes to basketball, there's definitely no friends on the court with that one.
I like that. Carter, for you, do you have a favorite moment from the season?
Yeah, I would still say the Pius game. I mean, we came back fourth quarter, all odds against us, and then they're just across the street, so you can let them have it every day.
Christian, for you, do you have a favorite moment from the year?
Yeah, I'd also say the Pius game. I actually fouled out that game, so but it's just always fun playing in that environment. They have a smaller gym, but it's always really packed, and it's just fun playing there.
A very good coach one time said, if you don't foul out against your rival, are you really trying? So I can appreciate that. Guys, we appreciate you being here. Good luck at State. That was the Lincoln East boys basketball team. If you missed their segment tonight, check it out at soundcloud.com/afterhours. 1620 is brought to you by Caddyshack Bar and Grill. Stop at one of their two great locations, 117th in Harrison, or 117th in Blondo, or 181st in Harrison. Grab yourself a hot roast beef sandwich tonight for just $12.99 with a side. Caddyshack Bar and Grill is the official watering hole of After Hours on 1620 The Zone. We'll be right back talking about why Fred Hoiberg and Will Bolt deserve a little more credit than they're getting right now on 1620 Zone.
Your Omaha area forecast from the Godfather's Pizza Weather Center and KETV News Watch 7 on 1620 The Zone.
Your Friday evening forecast will include increasing cloud coverage throughout the evening and overnight. Meanwhile, temperatures will be dropping into the lower 30s around daybreak Saturday. I'm tracking a morning low of 31 degrees. Clouds will be clearing out by the afternoon with temperatures rising to the upper 40s and lower 50s. In Omaha, I'm tracking a high of 52. I'm meteorologist Anthony Copeland for KETV News Watch 7.
What's better than smoked meats? Smoked meats and sweet treats. Get the 402 barbecue truck to come to your event or stop by 402 Barbecue's drive-thru at 84th and Spring today. Try Rob and Jimmy's favorite, it's the Cadillac. It's brisket and pork topped off with their world-famous smoked mac and cheese. Choose between one of their 6 handmade sauces to pair up with your favorite sandwich. Mention After Hours and the 402 Barbecue team will throw in a free soda with purchase.
Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier sports performance training facility in the Midwest. Working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way to college and the pros, GVBA offers a variety of packages from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite-level sports performance training for athletes of all sports. Check out the Academy at 10700 Sap Brothers Drive in Omaha or at GoingVerticalOmaha.com. That's GoingVerticalOmaha.com.
Every year, MVP for Life, with the help of the Strike Zone, runs a collegiate summer baseball league called the Corn Belt League. About 30% of the players come from out of the area, and you can help them along their quest to further their game and perhaps play professional ball just by opening your home. The Corn Belt League in Omaha and Council Bluffs is looking for generous families willing to open their homes to their players for the 2023 season. If you think your home could be a good fit, go to cornbeltleague.com now for more information.
Let's face it, credit cards are pretty much a necessity.
New tires for the car? Here's my card.
I order takeout, here's my card. And most of us just accept the high interest rates credit cards charge as a necessary evil.
What are you going to do?
Get a low fixed-rate credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream from $5,000 to $100,000 and pay off those credit card balances. Apply online, and you could get your money as soon as the day you apply. The average credit card company charges over 19% APR. But with Lightstream, you can get a fixed rate as low as 7.99% APR with autopay and excellent credit.
Now I can pay off my high-interest credit cards and save money at a much lower rate.
Apply today at lightstream.com/radio and get an additional interest rate discount. That's lightstream.com/radio. Lightstream.com/radio.
Subject to credit approval. Rates range from 7.99% APR to 23.99% APR and includes 0.5% autopay discount. Lowest rate requires excellent credit. Terms and conditions apply and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/radio for more information.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
Scale your business and achieve goals in 2023? Pixel Fire Marketing can not only help you achieve those goals, but we will help you crush them this year. Pixel Fire Marketing lives and breathes digital marketing. Pixel Fire Marketing has experts in strategic content creation, social media marketing, and website development. Check out Pixel Fire Marketing today and attack marketing in 2023.
So, how are the kids?
Well, Emily made the honor roll.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, we're really proud of her. Tyler, on the other hand, though.
What's going on?
He's been moody lately, just feeling down and not like himself.
Oh, we've been there. Nick was struggling last spring. He was so anxious and stressed.
Really? What helped?
Well, he joined the soccer team. And ever since, he's been a lot happier. He has more energy, he's less stressed, and he's definitely in a better mood at home. It's made a huge difference.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad he's getting out of the house, he's getting some exercise, and he's off his phone for once. It's been good for his mental health.
Sounds like it's been good for your mental health, too.
Participating in Nebraska high school sports improves students' physical and mental health. Encourage your son or daughter to get involved. This message presented by the NSAA and the Nebraska State Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
You are listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier sports performance training facility in the Midwest. Working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way to college and the pros, GVBA offers a variety of packages from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite-level sports performance training for athletes of all sports. Check out the Academy at 10700 Sap Brothers Drive in Omaha or at GoingVerticalOmaha.com. That's GoingVerticalOmaha.com.
You are listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
I'm a liar. We've got early risers joining us in studio. The Omaha Westside boys basketball team, their head coach Jim Simons in studio with us. He brought Tate Odverty with him, CJ Mitchell, and Kevin Brown. We got a special guest. Who's the tag along?
Malik Crawford, one of our other
That's
captains.
what I thought it was.
So.
Malik, you want to jump in, man? Yeah, come grab the microphone, man. We can come up with a question or four for you. Coach, we appreciate you being here early. You said you were stopped next door. Did you guys grab dinner tonight?
Yeah, we did. We stopped at Goldberg's next door and after practice. And
one of the best burgers in Omaha. Can't beat it. We appreciate you stop down making the trip. We also appreciate all you've done out for Westside. 100 wins this year. How special was the 100th win for you this season?
Well, as you know, I told a lot of people when it happened, and I guess it means that you're getting old and getting older. And you know, it was.
You guys aren't supposed to laugh at that.
It was, you know, I mean, obviously, it means that you've been able to do it for a little bit of time and been fortunate enough to have some really good players and good assistant coaches. As I said, when it happened, I haven't scored any points or any rebounds, and if we were relying on me to do either of those two things, we would have a lot less wins. And you know, the biggest thing was it was one of our better wins of the season. It was against Millard North, and so you felt really good about that. And then we didn't play very well for about 3 weeks after that, so I thought I might end up with 100 or 101 wins after that. So, but you know, in all seriousness, I mean, it was, you know, it's a nice milestone, but it's not why you do it. I mean,
Sure.
you do it for the relationships with these guys, and you know, to watch them be able to get better as the season goes along has certainly been a lot more rewarding than any, you know, games that, you know, any milestones that some old coach has set.
We obviously had Coach Campbell in a little bit earlier and asked him this question. You guys have already seen Lincoln East this year. How much does preparation change when you see a team for the second time, or is it just kind of business as usual for you guys?
Well, Jeff would probably tell you that he hopes it's the same as what it was the first time.
He said they're taking a different approach. I don't want to give away too much of their stuff.
They got after us pretty good the first time, you know, and for both teams, I remember it was a Tuesday night game when we played, and you know, both teams probably had a one-day prep the first time we played on Monday, and obviously they handled it much better than we did. and this is different. You got a 6 or 7 day prep compared to a 1 day prep. So
Sure.
the whole, the week sets up much differently. We certainly learned some things about them from the first game. Like I said, they got after us pretty good. They were really good in transition. They were really good on the offensive boards, and we did not play well offensively. So, we certainly hope to be much more competitive the second time around. And the preparation, or I guess what happened in the first game tells us the focus needs to be on we've got to get them stopped in transition. We've got to keep them off the offensive board, and then offensively, we've just got to be a lot more efficient than what we were the first time.
You look down this roster and it's junior, senior, almost all the way down. You guys obviously have a couple of young underclassmen. How much of an advantage do you think it's been to work with a group as old as you have?
Well, it certainly helps when there's a level of experience there. We had a good group last year, and we played 9 guys regularly, and of those 9 guys, 4 of them returned, and then Kevin and Malik were both also part of that group. So we returned 6 guys who were significant factors in a team that won a lot of games last year. So the experience definitely helps. And all of these guys have played just a ton of basketball, whether it's West Side basketball or high level basketball growing up. So, the fact that they've seen high level of competition, they've been in a lot of important games, I think is helpful. I think it was helpful on Tuesday night that, all of our guys had been in the district championship game before, because
Sure.
those bring a unique atmosphere. And, and we'll have a bunch of guys, not all of them, but a bunch of guys who have played in the state tournament. And we hope that certainly helps. But yeah, the experience these guys have both at Westside and just throughout their basketball careers, they played a lot of basketball, so there's not a lot that they haven't seen, and hopefully that works to our advantage.
When you go into overtime in a must-win situation, it helps to have some experience on
It
the
does,
roster.
yeah, no question about it. And that was a heck of a game on Tuesday night. Credit to Lincoln High, they were awful tough. We knew they would be, but yeah, I mean, it's it's a group that's played a lot of games, and these guys have played a lot of games together. Whether it's at Westside or a lot of them growing up, so
Sure.
there's a good level of continuity there.
Malik, since we weren't expecting you to be here, we'll start with you. 2-part question for you. How much of it was you came for the Goldbergs, or part B, were you just hoping to get on the radio also?
I was just coming because it was like a captain.
Oh, okay.
They kind of told me to just come by with them.
Hey, listen, you do a lot on the court as well. You're third on this team in steals per game. You do a lot helping distribute the basketball as well. You also said you're a captain. What does being a member of the Westside Warriors basketball team mean for you?
I mean, it means a lot. There's a lot of guys in the whole organization that wants to play. I'm grateful that I had the chance to play, and we grew up playing with each other, so I think that just helps out a lot. A lot of chemistry, and I'm just thankful for the position I'm in.
What are plans for you after high school?
To hopefully play college, depending on if a school likes the way that I play, whatnot. Other than that, really just focus on the state tournament right now.
Is there a player, college, pro, watching growing up that you kind of model your game after?
No, not really. Kind of like Jalen Green.
Okay.
He's new in the NBA, but yeah, I like the way he plays.
All right, I can respect that. We'll go to Tate. Tate, for you, you lead this team in scoring. You had 31 in the overtime victory in the district final that we just talked about. What was so on about your game in that final?
I think just as a team, we were super locked in, and
you can lift that mic up, man. You can do it.
All right.
Hey, we had somebody in the 6'11" the other day, and he had it up to him, so you're
Yeah,
right.
All right, that's cool. I think just as a team, we were super locked in into the prep, and then just getting out there, teammates finding me, getting to my spots, and then the coaches obviously, calling sets for me to be able to get open. So I feel like coach always preaches, some nights me, some nights you, but always us, and it was a night for me.
Coach wasn't the only one that had a milestone this year. You hit 1,000 points in your career at Westside, and you're one basket shy of hitting 400 on this season. What does that achievement mean to you? And was that the goal before the season?
I don't really think I had any, scoring goals. Obviously, I knew I was probably gonna hit 1,000, but I was more worried on just, getting wins. And at the end of the day, they're all just numbers. So
You're headed off to Colorado Christian University to continue your college basketball career. Why Colorado Christian, and what made the Cougars program the right fit for you?
I've been down there twice, and it just felt like home. I love the coaches, and I just feel like the way that they play fast is something that I'm used to, and I just felt like it was the best place for me to grow as a person and as a basketball player.
Omaha West Side boys basketball team in studio with their head coach, Jim Simons, Tate Odverty, CJ Mitchell, and Kevin Brown joining us as well. Kevin, for you do most of your damage down the paint. You shoot a nice three ball as well. Where do you prefer to play, close to the basket or beyond the arc?
Close to the basket. Really, if I do hit a couple threes, it does makes everything open as a team. Just be easier, but prefer inside and offensive rebounds and going back up, just give my teammates more chances to get the ball.
You get it done around the rim on the defensive side of things too. You're the rim protector of this team. 16 total blocks on the year. What made your defensive game jump from a year ago to be as good as it is this season?
Just being a glue guy, doing the small things like effort and just rebounding well and extra plays and diving on the ball and basically just blocks, blocks is blocks and just steals and just being, a glue guy and doing all the things that you need to do as a team.
Yourself, Tate, Malik, JT, you're all seniors in this group. What has being a part of this group of guys meant to you?
Most of them, like, been with them 3 years. Most, I know Mac pretty much my whole life, and Tate and all of them, since like second grade. It just, coming from, being little kids to playing, all the way to, senior year, it just means a lot.
If you close your eyes right now, coach called out a play. Could you tell me where everybody was standing on the court when it ran?
Shoot, I probably
Coach shook his head too, so probably not. All right. That's all right. Hey, CJ, we'll go to you for a second. You were given the heart pounding motion. Man, are you the most nervous?
Oh no, I was just talking about after that
because
after the regulation in Lincoln High.
You're on camera too, so I wanted to make sure.
Oh, no, after the Lincoln High game going into overtime, I was just saying we were up and then they came back and they had a lot of momentum. I was just saying I was a little bit on the ropes.
Yeah, and a lot of that leads to the legacy of the senior class, right? And you're an upperclassman on this team. What does legacy at Westside basketball personally mean for you?
Just Westside, before I came, they made it to state like 2 times in a row, and we've made it now 2 times when I was here. It just means a lot to keep it going, keep it rolling, and building Westside as a program.
You're pretty good at scoring the basketball yourself. You average 10.2 points per game. You distribute it a little bit too. You lead the team in assists, 3.7 per game, 93 assists on the season. What's the most fun for you on the court? Is it creating shots for other guys or knocking down a bucket too?
I would definitely say creating shots for my teammates.
Where does that aspiration come from?
Getting to see them enjoy the game, have fun, and when I see that, it gets myself going, and they start to find me on open shots, and it just starts going around.
I'll let you answer this question. There was a camera nearby after the clock went to 0. A handful of you knew where the camera was when it was happening. Who pointed it out first? Who was the person to say, we got to run over and show the jerseys of the camera?
Nobody really. It was just like it was like a group thing. We saw the camera. We had to go rep Westside.
Hey, listen, nobody's gonna follow you, man. It was an emotional moment, and obviously everybody in attendance was very happy for you guys as well. You guys are always a little special to me. I coached the Westside Junior Warriors football program for 7 years, so I'm not an alumni of Westside, but I've got a spot in my heart for Westside, particularly. Coach, this is a pretty special group this season. In your opinion, what needs to happen for Westside to win a state championship this year?
Well, I mean, you talk about it being a special group, and we talked about it after the district finals.
Can you get a little closer? Sorry.
We were not very good at points in late January, and it would have been really easy for the group to kind of go separate ways. And we kind of talked about staying together and believing in each other, and the fact that they did that, I think is a real credit to the 4 guys that are with us today, and our 5th captain, Caleb Benning, who's at the girls' state tournament watching his sister play. But those 5 did a really good job keeping the group together, because we just weren't playing the way we're capable of. We were underachieving, and since then we've really played well in February. So I think the biggest thing is to continue to do the things that we've done over the course of the last month to get ourselves playing the way we want to, which is we played much harder. We played much better with attention to detail. We've shot the ball better, which probably comes from instead of being worried and focused on that, just focusing on guarding the way we're supposed to guard, moving the ball the way we're supposed to move the ball, sharing the ball. And, so I think what we've done the last 3 to 4 weeks, if we can continue that, obviously we've got a huge challenge in front of us on Wednesday. Lincoln East has been as good as anybody in Lincoln all year. And, everybody certainly talked about how good Lincoln basketball has been. And But kind of go try to take care of business against them on Wednesday and then see what happens. But the biggest thing is, like I said, we're just proud of the group for how well they stuck together at a time when we weren't playing very well, and there was probably quite a bit of outside noise about why we weren't playing very well and what needed to change. And they believed in each other, and and has led us to having a shot at the state tournament, right? Which is the biggest. Want to be one of those 8 teams that's still playing in the second week of March, and we're excited to be there.
Caleb came in with Coach Lamondre earlier in the season. He's been here a million times anyway. So
Yeah,
he didn't need to come in.
The family's certainly been in this studio before. So
there's a picture of his dad still signed and autographed right there. So and we're currently joined in studio by Omaha Westside basketball team. Their head coach Jim Simons, Tate Odverty, CJ Mitchell, and Kevin Brown. And Malik joined us. Just jumping in, but Malik, we'll go back to you. And I kind of sprung this on the other teams, but it's just interesting. Other than winning the district championship, what was your favorite moment from the season?
The favorite moment from the season, I think, to me personally, was Papio South's loss. The fact that either that one or Bellevue West, I think it was just a loss in general. Just the fact that we, like Coach said, we all stayed together. That's a very hard challenge, especially for like high school basketball players. You can get down on yourself, blame people, point the finger, and we just all just came together and knew that, it was business as usual. Just come to practice, just get, just change what we were doing wrong and being able to all come together and do it as a team and not, just
awesome.
point the finger.
Tate, for you, do you have a favorite moment from the season other than winning the district championship?
I don't know what the other guys would think about this, but I would say beating the team from Utah that we played in Grand Island.
Yeah,
pretty fun win.
Yeah, getting a win over a team that you don't normally see and having that opportunity and a trip that you take that's long and have it paid off. I'm sure that's very rewarding. CJ, for you, do you have a favorite moment from the season?
I would say our win earlier in the season against Owasso when we played on the 12 Courts of Christmas. They had a USA guy. We knew they were gonna be a pretty good team, but we went down there, we handled business, and it was pretty fun.
Kevin, you got a favorite moment from the season?
CJ really took mine, but it's okay though.
Give me a number 2 then. It's all right.
I would just say just traveling. We have fun on the bus, and we usually laughing, joking, and it's just a pretty good time. Being away from Omaha.
Coach, you clearly have some big personalities on this team. How much fun has it been to coach these guys, and what does this group of guys mean to you?
Well, some days are certainly more fun than others. So there are a lot of big personalities, on the group. There's no question about it. But we talked about being proud of them for sticking together. I think the other thing that stands out is we've kind of settled into an 8-man rotation, and of those 8 guys. 5 of those guys in the last 8 to 9 months have had pretty significant injuries. CJ tore his meniscus in the spring, was out for 6 months. Malik had a really bad foot sprain, and that kept him out for about 3 months.
Should have told me you're going to Goldberg's. You probably would have showed up.
Yeah. Kevin Brown, Kevin is playing right now on a knee that kept him out for a couple weeks. Caleb obviously broke his collarbone, and Ricky Lofton tore his ACL in the last game of the season last year. So for 5 of the 8 guys to have had to battle through, we're not talking a mild ankle sprain or a jammed wrist. I mean, 5 of the 8 guys have battled through a pretty significant injury and have missed significant time. And that to me has been special because of the resiliency that each of those guys individually has showed to get themselves back to this point. And that the group has shown. And, that probably was part of our inconsistency earlier in the season is just had a lot of guys who hadn't played a ton together recently because we had so many guys in and out, throughout the spring, summer, and fall with the injuries. So, we as coaches are really proud of them for, pushing through those injuries and getting themselves back. A bunch of them have worked awful hard to get healthy. And you said there's a lot of big personalities on the team. It's a fun group most days to be around. There's some days I wish their attention to detail was a little bit better.
It's almost like coaching high schoolers.
Yeah, something like 15 to 17-year-old guys, so who are maybe the most inconsistent species on the planet, or 15, 16-year-olds, and that's kind of what we're dealing with on a daily basis. So, but and these guys have all said it. The fact that it's a group that gets along with one another, and I don't take that for granted because obviously everybody. You're dealing with some egos when you're dealing with 15, 16, 17-year-old high school boys. And The fact that they really do a good job of rooting for each other, and you can kind of tell they've got a good chemistry. They care about each other, and that's made the group fun. And it's been fun for us to see them get better because, quite honestly, in December we were not very good at times, and we think we played pretty well over the last 3 weeks.
It's crazy to hear your story and the injuries you just talked about, and it's I don't know why it just seems parallel to what Villanova's going through right now in college basketball and the injuries they're coming back. And some people are picking them to win the Big East tournament. So, I mean, now that you guys are healthy, there's obviously a shot there. Good luck to you guys on Wednesday in the remainder of the tournament. That was the Omaha Westside boys basketball team. If you missed their segment, check it out. SoundCloud.com/afterhours1620 is brought to you by Going Vertical Omaha. Going Vertical Omaha is the premier training facility in the Midwest for all sports from basketball to lacrosse. Anything you need to help you gain a little bit of an edge in your sport, check out GoingVerticalOmaha.com today. We'll be right back. I got a thought or two on some coaches down in Lincoln. We come back on 1620 The Zone.
Do you need a customized online marketing plan and creative campaigns to help scale your business and achieve goals in 2023? Pixel Fire Marketing can not only help you achieve those goals, but we will help you crush them this year. Pixel Fire Marketing lives and breathes digital marketing. Pixel Fire Marketing has experts in strategic content creation, social media marketing, and website development. Check out Pixel Fire Marketing today and attack marketing in 2023.
Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier sports performance training facility in the Midwest. Working with athletes as young as kindergarten all the way to college and the pros, GVBA offers a variety of packages from individual workouts to group sessions. They also offer elite-level sports performance training for athletes of all sports. Check out the Academy at 10700 Sap Brothers Drive in Omaha or at GoingVerticalOmaha.com. That's GoingVerticalOmaha.com.
Sure, it's cold out now, but late nights out on the patio are just around the corner. Why settle for good enough when you can have the finer things? Forsman's Finest Decks can build you a custom deck that fits your family's needs, entertain your guests, and put that extra something on your house. Already have a deck? Does it have a cover? The Forsman's crew can help with that as well. Help them help you have the finest deck in Omaha. Go to forsmansfinest.com to book an appointment today.
Every year, MVP for Life, with the help of the Strike Zone, runs a collegiate summer baseball league called the Corn Belt League. About 30% of the players come from out of the area, and you can help them along their quest to further their game and perhaps play professional ball just by opening your home. The Corn Belt League in Omaha and Council Bluffs is looking for generous families willing to open their homes to their players for the 2023 season. If you think your home could be a good fit, go to cornbeltleague.com now for more information.
Has wind or hail taken its toll on your roof or siding? Or would you just want to take some preventative action ahead of the seasonal storms? Go with local. Go with trusted. Go with Pyramid Roofing. Give Pyramid Roofing a call today and have Omaha's best roofer for the last 11 years come out and make sure there are no leaks or long-term lingering issues with your roof. Find out more at pyramidroof.com or call 402-502-9300.
PyramidRoof.com, never settle for less.
Omaha Maverick baseball and softball single game tickets are on sale now for the entire season. All home games are played at Maverick Park. The baseball team plays Creighton on March 7th and Nebraska on April 25th, and the softball team plays Nebraska on March 15th and Creighton on March 22nd. Season tickets for baseball and softball are also still available by calling 402-554-MAVS. Get your single game tickets by calling 402-554-MAVS or by going to omavs.com/tickets.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're starting to speak another language. Like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right. And they're designed by real language teachers, so you learn how to have real-world conversations, things you'll actually use.
It's incredible. After using Babbel, I'm ready to start having real conversations in French.
There's all kinds of ways to learn. Use Babbel's podcasts or games or videos. You can even join live classes with a language teacher.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Babbel. Évidemment.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
You are listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
Thank you to the Omaha Westside Boys basketball team who just joined us in the studio. If you missed their segment, head over to 1620thezone.com. Give it a listen right now under our radio replay page. Jimmy Allen in tonight here on 1620 The Zone. Rob Love not with us tonight. He's at home sick. Hopefully he's feeling better. I wanted to talk for a second chance, and obviously Will Bolt's team playing pretty well right now after starting off on a slow burn against San Diego, and then obviously first few years under Fred Hoiberg not really being what anybody had hoped it would be. No. But I kind of wonder how much Will Bolt and Fred Hoiberg get the short end of the stick because of the fact that they were hired by the same athletic director that hired Scott Frost.
The moose is loose?
Yeah, Bill, our guy Bill Moose made some pretty good hires on paper, and I wonder how much the football program's lack of success has kind of left a bad stain on those two guys in particular. And obviously, Will had a ton of success in his first season, getting to the finals of that regional against Arkansas down in Fayetteville. Not anywhere near that level of success for Coach Hoiberg, really, up until this point this season. Obviously, they're coming off a loss to a Michigan State team that just could hit water if they fell out of a boat in a desert in the second half of that game. But obviously, Coach Hoiberg is going to get another season next year, and I'm excited about that because the brand of basketball we saw in Lincoln this year has looked completely different than what we've seen from Fred Hoiberg since he's been here, and really his predecessors. And then when you look at how much Will Bolt cares about this program, I think it's only a matter of if not when we're talking about them dominating the Big Ten. Obviously, when you get a win over the number 5 team in the country, and listen, it's not like Vanderbilt didn't throw their Friday guy today. They threw their ace pitcher against Nebraska today, and Nebraska hit them around the yard a little bit. I know a lot of people were up in arms about the 0-3-1 start because there was the one tie against San Diego at the beginning of the season. But listen, they were a top 30 team net ranking in the country, and also South Alabama was in the top 45. And they swept South Alabama, and like I said, knocked off Carter Holton today, the starter for Vanderbilt. So I think there's a lot to be said about bouncing back from an 0-3 start like Nebraska did.
I mean, and don't you as a northern school need a decent little runway anyway?
Right. And listen,
no one starts off on fire and
it's not like you knocked off a number 5, UConn baseball team that's just getting a lot of love. No, this is a team that's a perennial powerhouse at one of the blue chip programs in all of college baseball, and they got to win today. I know us as a fan base, Nebraska fans as a fan base, get kind of a bad rap for trying to get coaches fired sooner than they should be. But I really hope Coach Hoiberg gets a little bit longer of a lease from what he's had going forward. I know there's a talk of one more year, but I really think he's got a blueprint and a game plan to get this turned around. And I also feel that same way about Matt Rule. But listen, we got some nightcaps to get to, and we're going to win you some money when we come back. 1620 The Zone. If you missed that segment, check it out at soundcloud.com/afterhours 1620. It was brought to you by Pyramid Roofing. If you need your roof replaced this spring, why wait? Let the number one roof for 12 consecutive years in Omaha come out and take care of that roofing, the windows, the gutters, and the siding project. Give them a call at 402-502-9300. They do it all. Check them out at pyramidroof.com to book a free estimate today. We'll be right back. Winning some money now at 1620 The Zone.
To say all the things that come to you.
Hey, everyone, it's Jimmy Allen here for the Strike Zone Omaha. You know it's cold outside right now. The warm temperatures are right around the corner. Get the jump on spring. Have the baseball or softball player in your life. Sign up for a year-long membership at the Strike Zone. With a membership at the Strike Zone Omaha, you can get free batting cages for a year, discount on classes, including their March and April training classes with Joe Siwa and the crew out there. It's the Strike Zone. Train here, compete anywhere.
What's better than smoked meats? Smoked meats and sweet treats. Get the 402 barbecue truck to come to your event or stop by 402 Barbecue's drive-thru at 84th and Spring today. Try Rob and Jimmy's favorite. It's the Cadillac. It's brisket and pork topped off with their world-famous smoked mac and cheese. Choose between one of their 6 handmade sauces to pair up with your favorite sandwich. Mention After Hours and the 402 Barbecue team will throw in a free soda with purchase.
Do you enjoy working outside? Do you like getting your hands dirty but just haven't found the career for you? Come work with the finest deck building company in Omaha. Forsman's Finest Decks is looking for experienced and new carpenters. With competitive wages in a field where you can master your craft, Forsman is the best place for a construction specialist to get a fresh start. Call today at 402-504-2751 or email info@forsmansfinest.com to set up an interview today.
Your neighborhood is more than blocks of buildings. It's the people who live there that make it special. At Union Bank and Trust, we're not just creating home loans, we're making neighbors. We're not just small business lenders, we're small business shoppers. We don't just live in your community, we help you build it. Because our people are your people. Visit ubt.com/neighbor to learn more. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
There are 31 days in March, and you can save $31 per month every month at GenesisHealthClubs.com. If you don't get started on your fitness goals today, then when? Tomorrow? Next week? Next month? Next year? Life's too short for that. Genesis Health Clubs is here all month, giving you 31 reasons to get started toward your summer fitness goals now, not later. Reason number 1. Abs like to sleep in. You have to start waking them up now if you want them to show themselves in the summer. Reason number 2. The safest, most sustainable weight loss is 1 to 2 pounds per week. The earlier you start, the farther you'll go. Reason number 3. If it is to be, it is up to me. Reason number 4. Results may take time, but you'll get blasted with endorphins and feel better today. Reason number 5. Because your health is worth it. 31 days in March, 31 reasons to get started today, and $31 to save every month when you get started at Genesis Health Clubs. Whatever your reason, go to GenesisHealthClubs.com today to get started.
Do you like to shoot fireworks? Would you like to get paid to shoot fireworks? J&M Displays wants you. Help shoot an Omaha Storm Chasers game, Memorial Park display, or any of the major shows in Western Iowa and all of Nebraska. If you like to travel, J&M covers Nebraska, Kansas, and most of Missouri. They offer free training and great daily pay rates, which makes it a perfect part-time job. Visit jnmdisplays.com and click the Join Our Team tab to find out more. J&M Fireworks.
When you think Caddyshack, you think about an unforgettable dining experience. Stop in for Meatloaf Monday for just $10.95. Tuesdays are all about the happy with dollar drinks during all-day happy hour. Celebrate a Wing Wednesday with After Hours. Thursday is Spaghetti Night for $10.95 a plate. Or grab some lunch on Fridays with the $12.95 hot beef sandwich. Caddyshack. 2 great locations off of 117th and Blondo and 180th and Harrison. The official watering hole of After Hours on 1620 The Zone.
Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
Putting a bow on it. Here on 1620 The Zone tonight. Jimmy Allen flying solo on After Hours tonight. If you missed I guess Chance Oliver is here holding it down on the other side of the board, helping contribute to this fine establishment tonight. If you missed any of the high school segments tonight, you're tuning in for Elkhorn South, Lincoln East, or West Side's interviews tonight. You check them all out at the radio replay page on 1620thezone.com. But we've reached the portion of the show where we try to make you some coinage on this fine program here. Chance, I know I didn't give us picks tonight. Do you have three games that you're looking at?
Oh, you know what? I haven't yet, but let's just do it fly by.
I like it.
Fly by night, as the band Rush once said. I'm going to go with, this one was a barn burner last time. Let's go with, you know what? I'm going to say the Clippers cover at Sacramento.
That was a great game.
That was incredible.
Last week.
I guessed wrong the first time, but you know what? Maybe we'll get it. You know, Russ is like, you know what? Not again. The Pelicans are going to the Warriors. I got the Warriors -5. Give me the Warriors. And
me too. I'll take Warriors.
And I don't know. I don't really like all this press from Ja Morant. So they're on the road and the underdog. So give me the home favorite, Denver Nuggets -5.5.
I got Alabama. I got Texas A&M hosting Alabama. Alabama had a massive comeback against Auburn. That game's going to take too much out of them. They lose to Texas A&M tomorrow, in my opinion. Despite being a 1-point favorite in that game, Seton Hall heads out to Providence. Providence is a 4.5-point favorite. Give me the Friars to roll in that one. And then Kansas takes on Texas tomorrow in the matchups of the two bigs in the Big 12. Give me the Jayhawks to go on the road in Austin and pull off that win. It was a win tonight for the After Hours Lounge. If you missed any of it, check it out at soundcloud.com/afterhours1620. That was brought to you by Forsman's Finest Decks. If you spent all summer on somebody else's deck and you want your patio to be the hangout spot next year, but you just don't have a cover over your deck, Forsman's Finest Decks can build a deck from the ground up, put that cover on your deck, or just make sure that you don't have to stain a deck ever again in your life. Check out forsmansfinest.com today for more details to book a free estimate as well. For Chance Oliver, I've been Jimmy Allen. Happy National Cold Cut Day.
Do you need a customized online marketing plan and creative campaigns to help scale your business and achieve goals in 2023? Pixel Fire Marketing can not only help you achieve those goals, but we will help you crush them this year. Pixel Fire Marketing lives and breathes digital marketing. Pixel Fire Marketing has experts in strategic content creation, social media marketing, and website development. Check out Pixel Fire Marketing today and attack marketing in 2023.
Going Vertical Basketball Academy is the premier sports performance training facility in the Midwest, working with athletes as young as kindergarten.